Welcome everybody to Gloria Velez podcast on Vlad TV. For those who want sponsorship, contact Mafi at vladtv.com. Now let's get to my special guest, TK Kirkland, a 35-year veteran in the entertainment business. TK is an actor, a stand-up comedian, podcast host, and a writer. Welcome, my love.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, puppy.
Thank you. How are you? We finally get to meet.
Finally.
Yes.
With many conversations.
Many
Many deep conversations that we're going to get into today. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. As an independent woman, it can be intimidating to most men. Is it possible for a woman to be too independent? Yeah, really think about that one.
It depends on the person.
Right.
You know, because what I feel in life, everybody has a different background, meaning everybody's taking a different journey in life.
Right.
So compared to how things were when our parents was growing up, everybody was pretty much from a local, one area.
Right.
And in today's world, you have people who date someone in Tacoma, Washington. You have somebody that dates someone from San Francisco and Miami.
That's
but
right.
Based on your environment, is truly based on how it molds you to how you think. And so depending on who you are.
Right.
Now, if the question was directly to me, would I be intimidated? I love the fact that I like an independent woman, but in my life, it's been stages. I think at one time, no.
Right.
As I've gotten older, yes, because when you have so much as a grown-up, I'm going to say an adult, a mortgage, life insurance, children, businesses to run. You want someone to be independent. That way it takes pressure off you because things can become overwhelmed and you don't want to have to truly babysit a person.
Well, that's true, but some men don't like women to work. So that goes for the individual.
Now, like I said, it's based on the individual. I can't speak for them. What I've seen in my lifetime, men who have put women in that situation, if they're considerate, they'll make sure that person has a great life insurance policy. They'll make sure because I've also seen
too, though.
But I also seen men who did that, and when they left the woman because she wasn't smart enough to cover your ass, so to speak, she was left stranded. Matter of fact, you brought that up. Like a couple of years ago, a young lady was trying to sue her ex-husband because he left her dry.
Right.
He left her for another woman.
Right.
She didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And there's no law that could protect her. And he just dumped her. So from my experience, I would tell, no matter how rich your man is,
amen,
always go and get yours.
And always have your own house too. And I've learned that through experience. I never move in with a man. I always keep a house.
Yes. And you have to protect yourself at all costs, no matter how much you're in love.
I agree.
Protect yourself.
Do you agree that the goal in life, like you said, is to find someone who doesn't need to be taken care of and then you care for them? Yeah,
that's a rule that I believe in, because when you have someone that's you don't consider a liability, it makes you feel different. And one of the examples I use is when you're a kid and you're asking your mother for money.
Right.
And your mom, like, Mike, I have $1. And even though she gives it to you, she took her time giving it to you.
Right.
And I just think that some people shouldn't have to live
like that.
Mm-hmm. So when you have a woman, you know, she's taking care of herself, it's easy to do for them, to me. This to me.
Right.
And
no,
everything
I get it.
Talk to people about, I don't want you people to put yourself, no, because I like this, right? I like it. What happens to the world? They'll hear a story.
But it's not always about financial, though.
No, let me finish my thought.
Okay.
They'll hear a story and they'll put themselves in the story.
Right.
And make it about them.
Right.
Not hearing what the person is saying to them about their story.
Exactly.
So I tell people about my story.
Right.
It's just that people put themselves in the story and make it about them. And I need people to stop. I'm like, who raised you? What education level do you have that you put yourself in a story? That when people tell you a story, you're supposed to listen.
Exactly.
Because they're telling you a story.
Right.
And everybody does, which is a bad thing. So I just want, if I had that situation, it would take pressure off me. It would make me feel easier. But this is me.
Right, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
I don't know what the other man would do, but this is me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
No, I think it's a good thing that a woman is self-sufficient because, like you said, if anything does happen, she can get up and go as she please.
Yes.
And if you're stuck, then you're stuck. And that's not my mom was it's nothing wrong to be a housewife.
No.
And there's nothing wrong because that is a job. That is like a career raising children.
Right.
And I think back in the day, the men appreciated more. I think that when they came home to a home cooked meal, it was just, my dad was different. My dad was a handyman. And these men nowadays don't even know how to fix a toilet. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
If the car didn't work, my dad got on a bike and rode, to the grocery store, whatever it took. But nowadays, the man has too much pride. Even handing over the check, they're like, "This is my check. It's not our check."
Right.
So it's a different mentality of the men nowadays and the men back in the day.
It's two sides to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's two sides to that. You have women that have taken advantage of men.
Okay, I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah.
You have women have taken advantage of men. You also have, in the last 30-something years, men have woken up a great deal about love.
Okay.
Because love can be betrayal. Love can take you down a path that you truly think that you in love,
right,
and the woman gets you. I mean, look at the statistics of divorces,
yeah,
of men who are super rich and marry, and then the woman play them because the guy think the girl's really in love.
Right.
And she walks away with millions, and he has to take it on the chin. And that's why society is shocked when the woman is rich and the guy marries.
Right.
And he gets her for the money. And it's double standards because the women are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that he wants child support and alimony." And then you got some men who will call that dude a punk. "Oh, he a punk." But it's life, yo.
Right.
I've seen so much change in life, and
it has. I agree.
And if you do have a guy on this planet that's still traditional, you want to hope he meets the right woman.
Right.
Because if he doesn't meet the right woman, she's going to eat his ass up alive.
I agree, because my son is such a suburb kid and he's well respected. And when we moved back to Miami, they were eating him up because he's such a well-mannered, loving, and they were like, "Oh, you're so nice." And I try to school him on, these women out here in Miami, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he got caught up into that life because he doesn't know. And he wants to look at women as, respect, and they're not all like that. And I'm like, well, those are, how do I tried so hard. They're going to make mistakes like those type of women.
My oldest son is about to have kids, and I'm truly happy he met this young lady. And when he was younger, I was telling him how you talk to your kids. And he found the way. He said, "Dad, listen, I listen to you." But he said, "You got to treat these hoes like hoes. There's some women who just, you got to," he said, I understand what you're saying, Dad. He said, "But there's some women you just can't do that for." Right. And he found someone that really rocks with him. And I'm happy, and I hope that happens for all of my daughters and sons, that they truly find those people who are really a gentleman, who are really ladies. And believe it or not, most of them, matter of fact, all my kids are not dating anybody in this country.
Oh, they're out of
the guys and girls are out from
another.
So what I've always said is that they're raised different. I remember I was out of the country. I was in the Netherlands. I was at this party. I saw some of the most beautiful women in the world, and guys was meeting them, and they wasn't getting in Benzes and Rolls Royces. They was getting on mountain bikes. Wow. The woman would sit on the back of a mountain bike.
That's awesome.
And the dude would just ride. I'm talking about pedaling.
Right.
Pedaling. So I remember being in the hotel and it was packed. And I just wanted to know, because I'm talking to you, like, "Hey, do you guys, go for men for the money and all that?" And every woman I talked to overseas was said it's about their character and how nice they treated her. And was he a good-hearted person? Money, not one time.
That's beautiful.
Was the topic, not once.
Yeah,
it was never about money.
My peace and happiness.
Yeah, it was never about money. So America brainwashed us all, because we fight for the dollar, and we want to grow up so fast, and then when we get the money and get old and sick, and now we want our youth back.
Right. Yeah,
it's deep.
That's true. So if you were marry a billionaire, or would you ever get married? Is that a part of the plan?
No, man. No. But my mother, years ago, she's deceased. So she always, before she died.
You've never been married?
I've never been married.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my mom was like, TK, are you gonna get married? And I told her, I said, Mom, I think I'm gonna ride this out, like being single.
Oh, really?
I'm just happy.
Right. So you don't want to grow old with someone and someone be there for you?
See, people say that.
Life?
Like people, listen to what you say, right?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, somebody gonna be there for you. Nobody is really there for you when you get old.
That's not always true.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
Do you have a lot of heartbreak, babe?
No. And people say it's heartbreak, but it's not heartbreak.
There's a lot of good people. Like, I got a lot of good friendships.
I don't want nobody to take care of me when I get old. Like, I cherish time, a person's time so much. I want them to live their life. I've seen people take care of their mothers.
Right.
I've seen people take care of their fathers. I've seen guys take care of their wives, girlfriends who have gotten ill as they getting older. That's not what I want for people. I want people to live your
But you can't
life.
stop oldness. You can't stop sickness. Some people are
No,
just
that's
sick.
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if I got ill, I'm talking about me now.
Okay.
If I got ill, I want people to go out and live, because when your time is up and you're sick or whatever,
that's lonely.
I want you to have, that's not lonely.
I would want someone to be there and love me.
So watch this again. It's all based on your mindset.
No, I know. I'm just saying, my perspective, I would want that.
Yes.
Someone to be there for me, experience life with me, travel with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you asked me what I would like. So I respect what you want.
Yeah.
This is what I would want.
Yeah.
I just see the world differently than most people. That's all.
No, that's beautiful.
And it's not that it's selfish. It's just that this is my DNA, and it makes me happy to know that's how I feel.
Is it because of your life experience with other relationships, like
this has nothing to do with relationships?
Okay.
This is life.
Yeah, not getting married and not.
I just don't want to be married. I don't think I want to be with one person for the rest of my life.
Right.
I like. Now, don't get me wrong. I can be with you.
The option.
I say again. I'll tell the person, do you want to get married and be together 3 years, or do you want to be with me forever? It's deep.
Right.
So would you take 3 years of marriage, or would you want to be with me forever?
I think everybody has their time. I have a lot of beautiful relationships in my life, and those are seasons, and they were blessings, but some things don't last forever. But you got to take it for what it is. So if it's 3 beautiful years, why not embrace that with someone?
That's corny as hell to me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's corny as hell.
Not with me. You get to experience them emotionally, spiritually. Like,
I'm going to tell you about math.
Okay. Okay.
Math. We're doing math now.
Okay.
So most people will take the longevity, will take the years, because 3 years of marriage just means this piece of paper we live together.
Right.
But if we have such a bond and we care about each other, I'm not seeing nobody else, you're not seeing anybody else.
Right.
And the option was 3 years and then you never see me again. Or for life, we'll be together for life.
Right.
You would take the 3 years?
No, I would take the life if we're compatible.
That's my point.
Course.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I probably wasn't explaining it well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, life, babe.
Yeah.
I'll be with you forever.
Yeah.
Marriage is a piece of paper, and I'm going to tell you why some people should get married, though. Because I'm not saying you shouldn't get married, but let me tell you why you should get married.
Okay.
If you do get married, it's because you have to go by what the law says. And if you're not married and you're living together and whatever, and you die or somebody gets hurt, the woman that's living in that home cannot call no shots.
Right.
Because she's not the wife. She's just a girlfriend.
Right. Unless you do a will.
No.
Not even a will?
No, I'm not. I want you to stay with me.
Okay, we'll stay with the marriage. Okay.
If you're not married, you can't call no shots. And let me give you an example. So I was saying my friend in Chicago was a player. He was a conductor, but he was a hustler too. So I remember we used to always go shopping. I always had a lot of money, but he had a lot of money. Okay. And I was like, what the fuck? A conductor make this kind of money? Like what?
Right.
But he was hustling. And he had beautiful women, but he wasn't getting along with his wife. And he wound up catching a case, and he got cancer because of stress. And he had a very unique case of cancer because it started in his neck, and it was a case study, and it went down and it ate his heart. The cancer ate his heart. They have never seen nothing like that before. So at the funeral, after he dies, even though he didn't like his wife no more, she was the one that had to bury him because she was the one married to him. Right. He wasn't married to the other woman or other women. Right. So the woman who had to bury him, who she probably didn't like him that much anymore anyway, but she's the one that got, I'm not gonna say the glory, but she was in control of everything. So since I knew what was going on with everybody, I went to the funeral, I sat in the back, I watched everything from the women who came that he used to date, right, to his wife running stuff. And I was like, wow, it's amazing how they did not get along. And she's the last person to look at him because she's the wife. Right. And I would tell people but you still can get this done with understand. I call it the Constitution, whereas the couple have an understanding on a piece of paper, their own Constitution. Doesn't have to be marriage with the government and the state. It's between you two, and you can have this unique verbal understanding right, of love and respect and what you want for that person, vice versa. And I think if they do it that particular way and get it notarized to give it some official credibility.
Okay, I like that.
And you can still put a ring on a woman's finger. Now, I would put a ring on a woman's finger. The reason why I put a ring on a woman's finger to show commitment is because a G like me, if I saw a woman with a ring on her finger, to all men and players around the world, they see the ring, that's honor. Right. You don't say nothing to her. Exactly. Because there's somebody, even though they're not married, there's someone who respects her enough to put a ring in. So when women who belittle themselves, and let me explain what I mean, they're gorgeous like yourself. Okay. And I don't see no ring, so I'm rolling up on you. Right. And you say I'm married, now you fucking insulting me. You're insulting me because you don't have a ring on your finger. When you say to me, I left my ring at home, I'm not wearing my ring. Well, if you're really into someone, if you're married, you don't take your ring off. The ring is always on your hand. So ladies, y'all got to stop playing that game when you say... How about some people don't like jewelry? No.
I'm just being truthful.
No. If you're married, yes, you are rocking a ring. And if you marry someone and he doesn't give you a ring, then I wouldn't marry that person, because I believe that you still can get a ring. I don't care if it's $500. Right. I'm not saying you got to spend $90,000. I ain't got to say you got to spend $10,000. I'm saying something to let the young lady know that I respect you, I honor you, I love you, but I don't really think we should get married. For some reason, baby, the way my mindset moves and the way society has tainted my brain in a sense. Right. I don't want to be married because we're all brainwashed to a certain extent.
I agree.
Right? Kids is playing with baby dolls when they're young. Yeah. They all everybody talks about marriage. When you getting married? Yeah. When you get you are instilled. That is instilled in you as a child. Indeed. And you grow up with this on your mind forever. Of course. And and people get married without having the understanding of marriage. What's your religion? Right, how are we going to raise our children? That's right. What's our goal in this? People just get together, and most people break up. They say it's finances, but I tell you, I think people fuck themselves out of a relationship, because when men don't understand sex, when women don't understand sex, it's sex all the time. And when you burn yourself out, when your dick don't get as hard, when a woman's pussy doesn't thrive anymore, and you just doing it and there's no feeling, then you're doing it, there's no communication, right? Right. Then most relationships, people don't have activities. Nobody's on the baseball team. Nobody's going bowling. Nobody's playing basketball. You have to have activities in life to keep your mind off of trivial things. Agreed. So, babe, I'm going to the baseball. Like, and if you love her, she can join the baseball team too. But you have activities to keep everybody busy. Because if you just go to work and you come home, you're going to be bored. I'm telling you now, you will be bored. And that's just my take. T to the motherfucking K.
So most guys love head, but there are some that aren't that into it. Is it a good head game important to you?
Oh, absolutely. And when you get to be 60-something years old, people say, oh, you might be, it's an old thing, you're set in your ways. And I tell people all the time, it's not that you're set in your ways. Watch this. When you get to be my age, you know how it's supposed to be.
Amen.
You get to a certain age. See, sex is a gift and a curse.
Okay.
Watch this. If you get digged down real good at a young age and you know what that's about, it's like cocaine, right? It's like a high. Then you get married and you're still searching for that feeling. It's a dopamine, right? You're like, oh, it's a high that I'm looking for and I can't find it with this guy. And you are kind of like turned off. Mm-hmm. I've had sex so much that at my age, if a woman's not loud in bed, if she's not a squirter, if she doesn't give good head, and good head to me is a lot of saliva, and do you move around?
Right.
Let me explain to you, man. You ever see old people on a cane and they walking with crutches to crutch? Yeah. And I talk about their wife or their girlfriend wasn't creative. I say that guy's wife sucked his penis from the same side for over 10, 20 years. As she got older, she gained weight. As she gained weight, the pressure from the hip on that side for so many years deteriorated the muscle and the bone and the hip, that by over the years, it deteriorated the bone, so he had to get hip surgery. So I tell women, if you're getting head to your man for so many years, switch the weight, bitch. Go from the left, sometimes in the middle, sometimes to the right. So when you get old, you don't have to get surgery. But what's funny is looking at Gloria's eyes because she don't know if I'm telling a joke or I'm serious, and I'm laughing.
I'm waiting for him to talk so I can speak as well, because that's your opinion. I want people that watch my podcast to like your perspective.
Yes.
But to say that that's not godly and that's not what all men think and all women think about sex
so true.
as
Which
well.
is so true.
And I believe that you had so much sex. That's why a lot of people do drugs to feel something, because they had so much sex that they forgot that intimate feeling, that it's really a spiritual bond between. I teach that to my sons and girlfriends. I had crazy sex in my life too. That was fucking amazing.
Yes.
But when you have that intimate sex, that love, that passion, that caressing, that even just kissing, is like, I'm coming.
I respect that.
And that right there it's like no other. And that's like a drug. I prefer that drug than sleep with different people. And then, you're giving yourself spiritually every time you lay down with someone.
Yeah, I think that's corny as hell.
Well, I mean, that's fine. You could say that's corny.
No, but I love it though.
Yeah.
Because I want my kids, see, I'm talking about me. Now watch what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, of course.
But I want my kids to feel what you're saying.
Right, exactly.
See, let's make sure we're clear.
Yeah.
I believe everything that you're saying. I want my daughters to have that. I want my son to have that.
Right.
I don't need that.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Got you.
What you're saying
that's good.
is 1,000% correct. I just don't need it.
Right.
And because I think it's full of shit. This is just me.
Right. Because you, like I said, you have to have, for me,
Yes.
what I'm seeing, visually, things I've heard you say, that a woman scarred you. I mean, I could be the same way as you. Believe me, I had that mentality too. I had that mentality too.
I gotta clear this up.
Wait, because I had been in love and they physically beat me, a lot of shit, and I was like, fuck these dudes. I had that mentality for a long time. Like, I was on my shit. And then when I met someone and he was amazing, he was sensitive, he was sweet, he was compassionate, I was like, oh, where did you come from? And he was a street dude. So I was like, oh, you can mix them both? Because I never had that in my life. And then God was like, you can have it all. You don't got to keep jumping and looking for different, you can have one and all in one man. So you don't got to keep fucking and just selling yourself and giving up. That's why a lot of people are depressed. That's why a lot of these people, you could be rich and famous and they're fucking women and they still feel empty. Why? Why do they feel empty and they got it all? Because you want someone to love. You want to cuddle.
Okay, so I want to share the world real quick. I was not going to let this go. I want y'all to listen to me very carefully.
Of course, I'm
one of the most happiest motherfuckers on the planet. And what everybody else is saying, I think that's cool. That shit don't apply to me.
Right.
I ain't depressed. I don't have nothing wrong with me. I'm a happy dude. I just understand who I am.
Right, exactly.
A lot of people don't know who they are.
Amen.
I don't get me wrong. I did my fucking. I had a beautiful time. Now I don't fuck as like I used to as much, and I hate that I'm using profanity like this because I try not to curse unless I'm on stage. But I've had sex. I love the fact, it's not spiritually, I love the fact I like different women.
Right, I got
and
you.
it's just me. Like
You're
I
a
said,
player, right?
No, I'm not even a player. I understand the universe. See, rules was applied from the European side of the world. You understand?
Yes.
See, we come from Africa. We come from a different place where you're supposed to have multiple women, and everything European and Western civilization changed the game. And what people have not understood with the world is that human nature is human nature. We are just an advanced form of animals, right?
Agreed.
And the people who have gotten I'm just going to use brainwashed.
Okay.
Who have gotten brainwashed felt it into that category. Yep. Now, like I said, I want that for you.
Right,
I want that for my daughters.
Right.
I wouldn't want them to meet a motherfucker like me.
Right.
No fucking way.
Well, I'm glad you said
because
that.
I'm a dad. Because I'm a dad.
Right. Well,
I want that for them.
Yeah.
I want whatever that is for them.
Love.
Whatever that is.
Compassion.
Listen to me.
Respect. Doesn't mean that they're never going to cheat. That's what I'm saying. We're not like not in reality.
Again, I'm in
just
love.
saying.
Again, I'm at peace. Again, I am happy. Like this. I want
you can
people.
Convince yourself, baby.
I want people to know this.
No, I believe
that
you.
you can be happy by yourself.
Amen.
You can be happy. Listen, what Gloria's saying is great.
I'm single, so you could be happy.
What the rest of the world wants, if you want that, I wish you the best. I'm just letting people know to the 0.01% of people that's out there like me.
Right.
Nigga, get the money, stack this motherfucker to the top and keep it going. And again, I'm going to keep repeating this. This is my life. People can't live my life because my journey has been different than most people. And we all have a flight pattern in life, where some at a higher altitude, some low altitude. Some people can't land is because there's too much debris on the runway. Amen. And see, I could land because there's no debris on the runway. And when I travel the world and I stay at some of the greatest places on the planet, I could do an interview with you and different people around the world. Man, it's the life.
Right.
It's the life. I wouldn't trade this for nothing in the world. And I mean that. I'm good.
No, I believe you.
I'm good.
I believe you.
And I've never been scarred. I just want to make sure that's clear. Now, I've had the most typical things in relationships because we all have that.
Right. So you never put your all into someone and felt...
I put my all into everybody.
Okay.
Like even if I'm going to be with you for 48 hours, you
so
get
you
my
never
all.
felt like betrayed or you never got your heart broken?
That's what I'm saying. We all get that.
Right.
We all get that. It's nothing... I'm not...
Heartless.
No, I can't say things like that can happen. I'm not a superhero.
Right,
I'm human, right?
Right.
And that's life. But man...
Move on, right.
I'm happy.
No, I'm happy for you.
I'm truly happy, babe.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy. I'm at peace with myself, but I would love later down the line to find someone.
And I want that for you, babe.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen to me, Gloria. I really want that.
No,
Listen to me. I want you to look at me. I'm going to take my glass over there.
Kidding.
I really want you to have that, baby.
Thank you.
You know, you deserve it.
Thank you.
But me? Well, I'm living the dream.
Our dreams are different.
Yes, right.
Definitely.
Right.
We're talking about living the dream. Adam22 recently let his wife, Lena, the plug, film a porn scene with adult film star Jason Love. Jason Love did an interview saying he fucked Lena better than Adam. Adam was upset, saying Jason's blacklisted from smashing his wife again. Do you think this is bad karma for Adam?
For a man to let another man dick his wife down, and then they going back and forth on social media about it, it goes. And Adam's my man. I do his interviews all the time, I'm gonna call him after this.
Please
because
do.
I want to do his interview. Do his show. I want to understand what type of man does that.
Yeah, money. Obviously.
You think it was about
Adam
money?
If Adam offered you $5 million to film a scene with Lena, what would you say? $5 million.
No, I wouldn't take it. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I move a certain way. All money ain't good money.
Amen.
And if I know you and I'm rocking with you, because I know him.
Okay.
Now,
but if you didn't?
If I didn't know him, yeah, I'd dick the bitch down in a minute. But once I know you,
right,
it's a different ball game. Once I know you, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah, once I know you, it's the respect for you is high.
Right.
Because I've been there. I've been with homies and their girls. We trying to holler at me, sneak me their phone number, try to holler at me. Now, years ago, I'll knock a bitch off in a minute in my 20s, because I was learning life.
Right.
But as I am a man today, I would never go down that path, because if I ever see that guy again, I want to make sure that we can always be respected. And there's a lot of comedians who are married, and rappers and singers that I always say they're married because I dated their girl first, and I taught they girls certain things to be married. True story. But I'm not gonna throw nobody under the bus. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. But I would never do that.
Right.
It's just the way I move. It's just so many other women out here to date than to cause that type of pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're a certain type of individual and that guy knows that you dated T to the motherfucking K, I tell my female friends all the time, don't you tell that motherfucker you dated me.
Right.
Because mentally, he would not be the same. Because I make women squirters. I make people like really. I'm a different type of dude. So I don't want that.
I haven't heard any rumors.
I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that pressure on nobody.
Right.
You know. And I hate for you to be a victim, since you're not a victim. I hate for you to
victim.
be. Yeah, I would hate for you to be in that situation. The rumors are true. You know.
Well, I don't know, because I never experienced.
Gloria. Go ahead, Don.
Why do you think it's hard for black men to do what Adam did?
Because there's certain people that it's just the way our DNA is.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, Adam could have married Kim Kardashian, and they could have been happily for the rest of their life.
But he has a lot of money, right? He's doing well for himself.
Kanye, no matter how much, no man, black man or any man that got black DNA in him, or any man that moves a certain way, want to walk into a room knowing 80 motherfucking men fucked your girl.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Right.
But a guy like Adam, ego-wise, would have said no problem. He'd have took pictures with him, motherfucker, bought him drinks, and act like nothing happened. I just think the way we built, we just can't do that. It's not saying that he's wrong.
Right.
And not saying any man who does that they're wrong. You know, you got some men that bring other women, other men in to have sex with their wives.
Right.
You know, I had a woman out here who was married, and she told her husband that she wanted to sleep with me, and he said that it was okay.
Yeah.
But when she told me, it was cool because she was an attractive girl. But when she told me the story, and we was talking, I was like, nah, I can't do that. You know, because I think he had erectile dysfunction. But he,
oh my God.
Yeah, he wanted her to be happy.
Right.
So that was their understanding. Yeah, she said, you know, he loves me.
That's beautiful.
I love him.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
But she said, TK, I want to fuck you. You know, but when she told me about his situation, I swear to God, I felt bad. I couldn't do it.
So have you ever had a threesome?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's something that I truly have believed in. I haven't had it in a while, though. You know, but I'm glad I've had those experiences. Yeah. And it's never been with another man. It's always been two women.
Right. Let's make that clear.
Yeah. I'm not being with another guy and we kicking it with a girl.
I agree with you about that. What do you think about Antonio Brown saying he wants next?
Okay, explain to me, because I'm not familiar with what's going on.
So Antonio Brown saw that Adam22 let Jason Lee, you know, bone. So he wants next.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's crazy himself.
Yeah, but, Antonio Brown, God bless him.
Your word.
Yeah, I love him so much from a distance.
Me too.
That all I'm going to say on that is God bless him. But it goes back to Adam. He has opened up
right, the can of worms.
A can of worms that is going to affect him forever.
Right.
But so they paid that dude to have sex with?
Yes.
Also, that's how it happened. It wasn't like she was cheating on him.
No.
And so why did she...
I guess they videotape it and then they put it to the people to pay to watch. So I guess they used to do it with women. Now that was the first male.
It's a hustle play.
It's a hustle play.
So that's why she's on saying that he did such and such better.
And
they're
supposedly
making money.
I heard that he was raw in her and cream pied in her. So how do you feel? I'm like, he's crazy to let all that happen to your wife. And Adam said just recently that if she's pregnant, he's going to keep the baby and raise it as his own.
I saw that.
What the?
Yeah, that's
some new. Is that love, or is that stupidity, or is
that's
that
the love that you're talking about?
No,
right?
that's not the fucking. That's not my love.
Is that what you're not talking about?
No,
okay, I just want to know.
That's not my fucking love.
Listen, I find. Let me tell you something. I gotta have a talk with him.
Yeah, please do. He needs someone in his ear that has some type of sense.
If my woman cheat, but here again, there's so many people that love their girl so much, they don't care.
But men do it all the time, though, too. So men step out, have other babies here,
and you gotta salute the female that will still love that dude so much, and sometimes raise the kid.
Yeah, of course.
You got some women.
Because that has nothing to do with the kids.
But that's awesome to have a woman that can do, and there's a lot of women like that. Just like there's a lot of women who will listen to this episode and know that the child that they're sitting next to them is not the dude's father. That's not the child, dad. And I find that interesting. That's why I always show mad love to Maury Povich.
Right. You are not the father.
Right.
But if you found out one of your kids were not, generally
I'll be happy to motherfucker. I'll cut their ass off in a minute. I would talk to them like, gone, I'm out.
Really? Even though you have like a bond?
Yep, I'm the fuck out of here. Bye.
Just because it needs to be DNA and then that's it?
I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. That's kind of heartless.
Yeah, it's been a rough journey. Like goddamn.
See what I'm saying?
I'm looking
for an exit.
I'm looking for a way to get the fuck up out of this shit. This shit expensive as hell.
Yeah. Even as grown-ups, right?
Yeah, even as grown-ups. Yeah, this shit expensive. Y'all better think before you start having kids. This shit ain't no joke.
But don't you do it out of the kindness of your heart? You want to help your kids do better, be better, live better?
I'm just being funny.
Oh, okay,
I'm just being funny. Yeah, I'm just being funny. Don't take it seriously. I'm just being funny.
I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, no.
No, because I did heard you say if I could have no kids, you would have no kids. Like, you would if you could take it back.
And let me explain to you why. Because I'm so busy that I have spread myself thin because I have 7 children.
Okay.
Everybody doesn't get the time that they should because everybody's grown now.
Okay.
But I try my best to stay in touch with everybody. Some of my kids have shot themselves in the foot, meaning they made it about money. Some my children was raised by their mom, which is a whole nother ball game. So if I did have to do it all over again, it would be one woman to have my kid, and we will all be in one home. Amen. So that way, my way of thinking, my DNA, my philosophy of the world is instilled in my kids. Because I really think that the way I move and the way I think is awesome. Because I with people and my 2 kids who actually I raised are very successful, and I know it's because of my leadership. So that's all. Not saying that others are not as successful, but these 2 is truly successful. So I know it's because it was
because of you,
because of me. There's no doubt about it.
I believe that. I believe that boys and girls need their father. For sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I wish everybody had that.
No matter how late. So fathers, if you haven't seen your child in 12, 13, 15 years, it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late. I totally agree with you 1,000%.
We need that man in the house, and that's what's missing.
It changes everything.
Oh my God, yes it does.
It really does. Women need to hear, daughters need to really hear hard things. Yes. Because when I do these shows around the world, talking and I be getting these women upset.
Yeah.
Because they no one's ever spoke to them in a way or taught them the reality of life, right? So, can't believe him, who he's saying shh to and all this kind of stuff.
I'm getting used to it.
You know, and
it takes time. It takes time.
And what's crazy, right? I did it so normally that I forgot who I was. So I was just being a man. And I could tell in your eyes, real good, you had to really calm yourself down. Like, now that I think about it, you really wanted to backslap me a little bit.
No, I did. I had to breathe.
I saw that.
I looked at Mafia. I was like, this motherfucker.
Right. But I promise you, I didn't mean no harm.
No, I know you didn't.
You know,
I know that's your personality.
I'm just a man's man.
No, I get it.
Like, I believe in opening your door. I believe in being a gentleman. I'm a leader.
Yes.
And I just move a certain way. And you ladies in the last 30 years, what you have to deal with is sad, the kind of men y'all roll with. And,
I agree.
And it's no disrespect to them. It's just that their fathers probably wasn't in their life. So the mothers had to raise them. And like you said, if that dad is not in the house to balance that out. And if he had the proper understanding of being a man, how you move a certain way, how you teach your daughter one thing, you teach your son one thing, then you have the balance.
I agree.
Other than that, it's chaos out this motherfucker.
Yeah. My house, I was a single mom, but I'm glad they're back into my son's life at 18, 19. Right. So that's always good. But they look for that. Like kids look, no matter if they're a little psycho or a little crazy, it doesn't matter. Let them get to know them for who they are. And they'll learn what not to like or what not to be, or, pick little things. But ladies, you have to let them be a part.
And to the young men and women who never get to meet their dad, I'm here to tell you, you still can make it in life. Don't make it seem like, I don't know who my father is and that's why I fucked up.
Right,
no,
that's an excuse.
There's a thing called choices.
Amen.
And just do the right thing, because don't allow that to damage your life because you didn't see your father or your mom. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You can find someone to replace. It don't have to be birth mom or a birth dad.
Yes.
To have that role model image.
And it all starts with you in the mirror in the morning.
Amen. Yes.
All you got to do is you motivate you.
Amen. So let's go to Boosie. Recently took back an $80K Benz he got for his daughter over a disagreement. She took it to social media.
Hold on. Boosie?
Yes. He got into an argument with his daughter. Yes. In social media, yeah. His daughter disowning him and calling him a bitch. What do you think about kids acting out against their parents on social media?
Wait. The birthday girl that they had the car and he had bought her the vehicle?
Yes.
And she said that about her dad?
Yeah, because he took it back.
Because of something that she said, not because did he take it?
I don't know why he took it back, but he took it back.
And then
she started spitting, talking shit about him,
calling
her bitch.
Okay, so she talked about that after he took it back.
That's right.
So we don't know what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
Right, exactly.
But I can say this as a parent.
Yeah.
If I took something back from you of something magnitude, you did something to make me so upset that I didn't care what you felt. Like it was something that you did was very disrespectful.
Right.
Now to the daughter, if she was smart,
right,
she would have never went to social media. Agreed. If she was smart, she should have apologized to her dad, because if she was smart, true kids that understand life know dads they love their kids so much that he'd have gave it back to you.
Right. He was giving her tough love.
I promise you, he would have gave it back. But because now you crossed the line.
Totally crossed the line.
You crossed the line, and it'll never be the same, because once a child talks about a mother or father on social media, and it's a different world. Maybe maybe you can get back from it.
Yeah.
But it'll be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because I think kids is unconditional love, right?
Amen. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, it's not like boyfriend or your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Kids unconditional, no matter what, you love them.
Yeah. So how would you handle being disrespected online by one of your kids? How would you handle it?
I would hang up the phone before it would get to that point, because I know my tongue is fierce.
Right, but how about like, one of them, went live and was totally talking?
I would have to accept it. I mean, you can't go.
Exactly.
It is. I come from an era where you used to get your ass beat.
Right.
So you can't whoop kids' ass no more.
No.
So you got to take it on the chin and just keep
you take it where it hurts. He took the bins back.
Yeah. So you can't go after kids the way we used to. So I would just if one of my children did that, I would have to accept it and just keep it moving. That's all. Yeah. And cut your ass out the wheel if you're in the wheel.
So, off of one argument?
It depends.
Right, how deep it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Everything depends, right? Depends
That's
on
true.
how you feel that day.
Yeah.
You could have went through something else earlier that day, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's true.
See, that's what happens when you're grown. When you're grown, there's so many different elements that come into play.
That's true.
Because any other day, I don't give a fuck. But on this particular day, you picked the wrong time, and it's just a different reaction.
Yeah, I agree. I think like certain things should not be unsaid, and if she's crossed the line, overcrossed, and there's sometimes no coming back from it.
Yeah, sometimes there's no coming back from it. Mm-hmm,
you can love your kids and family from a distance.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
I love all my kids. I wish all of them the true best in their life. And if they're true Kirkland, they will find a way to win at this game called life. Right. And that's what I feel about my name. I feel we don't come from the bottom, but our DNA is so determined that I really truly feel you can achieve anything. Amen. I truly believe this.
No, I agree. So let's move on from that.
Okay.
There was some body cam footage released of King Von's claiming to be gay to be put in the PC. Then there was more footage coming out of Chicago rapper Lil J with the man sitting on his lap in jail.
Wow.
What do you think is going on with our today's rappers?
Well, here's the thing with the media, and people don't understand. When you're in jail, you have to tell them that you're not gay, but you want protective custody, because that's the only way you're going to get into PC. It's a method that's been going on way before we were born. Okay. And for people who don't understand the jail system, it doesn't mean that person is gay. Whoever took that video and the way he edited it made it seem like that you could be gay. But you don't want to. So
someone's sitting on. You let another man.
No, we're talking about the guy
the first
with
one.
protective custody.
Yes, King Von.
Yeah. So when you're to get in protective custody, give me an example. I got locked up years ago because I was a celebrity. When you're a celebrity, you automatically go into protective custody. You can't. They will not put you in general population. So in the 90s, when I got locked up, my whole tier was celebrities. It was Rick James.
Get out.
It was Tupac.
What?
It was the Menendez brothers, and me. And we all was in protective custody.
Wait, where was this at? It was in Cali?
This is Los Angeles, LA County Jail. We was all in protective custody. So they would never put you in general population. That's just a rule. So when I saw that, I said, wow, why would they say that he's gay? Because in general population, they'll kill you. Right. This is a fact. This is fact. You just really just truly, not that you can't fight. Right. But and this is the 90s, so this is where gangbanging really got bad. The kids now is out of hand because they took over Rikers Island. I heard that the CEOs don't even run the jail no more. The criminals run the jail up at Rikers Island, and that's why they've been trying to ban it. People getting stabbed, murdered all the time. But in Los Angeles, the 90s, it was different. Now, to Chicago, and I've been locked up in Chicago too, and the thing about Chicago, I felt back in the day, I saw the trend coming. Like those guys that have sex with each other and think that it's okay and still be in a relationship. Right. And it's big in jail. Like one of my homies came from the pen. He said he did 30 years. And he was talking about how those guys really run the jail now. Like it was a taboo to be gay coming to jail. Right. But the gays really run the prisons now.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's I'm not gonna say disease, and if that's what you do, I'll make sure we're clear because people could take what we're saying wrong.
Right.
Oh, he's bashing gay people and all that. No, I'm just saying you do you. Right. I'm just really just.
So do you think, like, because people say when you're in jail, even if you had sex with men and you come out, that you're not gay. Right.
You're gay. Listen,
right.
But the kids today think differently. They think that it's okay. They don't think that it is.
Right.
And I'm saying to you that it is.
Right.
But then you have the women who are letting their guard down. They know the guy sees other men.
Right.
But because she loves him or because he takes care of her, she will accept it.
Right.
So people have truly sold their soul.
Agreed.
In so many ways. I did on my podcast years ago, well, maybe last year. A young lady hit me up about a rapper in New York. She wouldn't tell me his name, but he liked I call them gingers, transgender women.
Right. Men that want to be women and
she
dress
said
like
she saw the videos of him getting head from these people. And she said, TK, you know, and so my thing was, I told her, I said, why are you staying with him? Because if she's talking about it, why are you staying? I think it's because he was taking care of her.
Right.
She said that she didn't want to say his name because she feared for his life. I mean, her life.
Yeah.
And I just asked her, why did she stay? If you're talking about why stay.
Yeah.
And it's obvious because he might be taking good care of her.
Right. To keep silent.
Yeah. So ladies, you know, if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, but a lot of our industry, they make you sign things. I've known a lot of other females and they give you money to look the other way or be a part of that action.
Yeah, I mean.
Because these men say, like what you said, they have so much sex, they're not getting any other feeling.
Yeah, I don't care how much sex I get. I like pussy. I'm sorry to say that.
I know
Beat that out.
Right.
You know, I ain't giving nothing like that. But then I'm not gonna just throw music industry on the bus. The pastors are like that too in the churches.
Yes.
All
religions.
Yeah,
not just
all
one.
religions.
Yeah.
They date men. You know, and the wives know.
Boys, little kids.
Like boys, little kids. It's
disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, to me it's
disgusting. It really is. It ain't no way. I ain't sugarcoating shit.
No.
These motherfuckers is fucked up. You know?
Yeah,
and maybe one of these cameramen is fucking other men. I don't know, I'm fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they not looking. That's why we're talking. I'm suspicious. No, I'm fucking with you.
No, I think that if you want to have sex with the same sex, that's your prerogative. If you're a grown-up having sex with a grown-up, that's fine. But it doesn't need to be exploited. Like, we don't need to see your dick flinging in the fucking grocery store or your ass.
And here's the thing if you want to be gay. I think you should do whatever you want to do.
Amen.
But you don't have to promote it. I don't come out and say, yo, I was just fucking this afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Woo, I had a good time.
Right.
I just think things need to go back to where they were.
Agreed.
Handle your business. If that's you, good for you.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be promoted. We don't have to have Pride Month. We don't have to have parades.
I agree.
Like, we don't have to have this stuff in the schools to lure the kids into thinking that. And I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying, still do you, but it doesn't have to be highly promoted. That's all I'm saying. Like, I read an article that Kamala Harris went to Africa and offered them $100 million to promote LGBTQ in Africa, and they told her no. They was trying to really push it over in Africa. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is. So how do you feel that these men dressing as women dancing for elementary students?
Listen to me. Now, that's...
And in libraries.
Here's the thing. Is the reason why I will vote for Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump's a lot of things. Believe me, he's a lot of things.
Agreed.
I will vote for him because he wants to stop that.
Me too.
And I love kids so much that I want them to have a beautiful childhood, because what parents who allow their children to do this, what they don't see is that we're going to have a crisis in the next 20, 30 years of a depression or whatever word that's worse than depression that we have never seen before in our lives, because you have done things to a child before their minds develop. Because they'll let their children do the sex changes, right? But you won't let them do cocaine at a young age. You won't let them drive a car at a young age or alcohol, right? So this should be the same responsibility that you apply to this once they get past 21, 22, 23. Now, after I raised you, and that's your choice,
that's right,
then I have to respect that and applaud for you. And I just want to make sure when this gets out, don't edit it and say it was something else. Because, you can edit things and
make
you make it seem like I was singing something else. Nah, that didn't happen.
Right.
Until you gentlemen is record and edit and make sure all this is right. So it is clear
of what you're saying.
Of what I'm
Interpreting
saying.
It as
I'm just saying you can do all that once you're grown.
Agreed.
When I see Magic Johnson's son, I know that guy could have been he could have been the MVP of the NBA.
For sure.
When I think of the gentleman who's a player for Miami Heat, what's his name? Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade, yeah. His son.
I'm not even going to stutter on it. I truly feel, because the boy looked just like him.
Oh my God,
I truly feel that young man down the line, the way ball players are, kids are growing up to be successful, and that young man who's a girl now, and God bless her, probably could have been in the NBA as a champion.
I agree.
Because I just think Dwayne Wade is talented, and I think that is in his DNA.
Me too.
And that child, he crippled the child.
I agree.
And these are just my opinions.
Right.
And the only reason why I'm talking about it, ladies and gentlemen, because it's in social media.
Yeah.
And once it comes on the air, it belongs to everybody. It's not a private thing anymore.
No, I agree.
I just want to make sure people understand that. We're talking about it because it's on the air.
Yeah.
I think what all those people are doing, if you'd have kept it to yourself, then salute you. But once it comes out, we got to talk about it.
Yeah, and once you're targeting our children, it's a totally different ball game.
It's a totally different
I'm
ball
gonna fight
game.
for mine, I'm gonna die for mine.
Right.
And they're sexualizing our children.
Yes.
Infants, like you're gonna put a onesie saying that I'm gay. Like
Yes.
you're thinking about their sexuality at a 6-month-old.
Yes.
You're mentally sick. You're mentally unstable.
And it's
These
brainwashing them.
That definitely works with this.
Yes. Yeah.
That works with
but
this.
my point again, you see what I'm saying?
I agree.
We've been brainwashed on everything.
I agree. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we have.
Yes,
we have.
I agree.
We have.
A lot,
We have.
yes.
Yep, we have. And you take the good with the good. You take the bad with the bad. When I sit in life and I think about who invented birthdays, because 100 years ago nobody was celebrating no damn birthday.
They didn't.
When you think about Thanksgiving, when you think about Christmas,
if you really
somebody
know what Christmas and Thanksgiving really meant,
somebody
right.
created all these things,
it
right?
was.
But it's good that they did. It's good to celebrate Christmas and be family and gifts. It's good to have Thanksgiving and be around people that you love. It's good to celebrate someone's birthday. It's good to have Valentine's Day and give a woman flowers and candies. So even though somebody created religion, and it's good that we have all these things, right? To make life better, to create humanity of a certain level. So it's
but it all depends how you take it in too.
Yeah.
Some people go extreme thinking that if it's Valentine's, I'm supposed to get jewelry and this and that. No, it's a thought that counts. Even a rose, he wrote a note. So people take it to extreme, like, oh my God, I'm stressed. It's Christmas time. I have to buy this many gifts. So we stress ourselves out with make-up holidays to show people we love them with a lot of materialistic things, which we shouldn't have.
Right. And I'm just really saying, someone invented it. Somebody thought of that.
But we stress as
it's gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
It's gotten out of hand. But again, me thinking the way I think, which is interesting.
I love the way you think. I'm not mad at it.
See, every day in my life is your birthday. Every day in my life is Christmas. Every day in my life is a holiday. And I always say, I don't let the world dictate to me. I dictate to the world. So I make that day my day, or how I want that day to be. That's how I move.
I love that. Okay, so you've been in the game for a pretty long time, rubbed shoulders with A-listers. You even put people in position to become A-listers. Mm-hmm. Has anyone tried your manhood throughout your career?
Never. I don't have them kind of problem.
Never? Not one time?
No.
Insinuated?
No. That's never come across my path.
That's really good. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah, never.
Because you've been in the game for, and rubbed
But I'm a loner, though, so I don't hang with people. I'm not at the parties.
Okay.
I'm not drinking and smoking with people. My presence of a man is very powerful, and I know this. And I get DMs from women that appreciate the kind of man that I am. And one of the greatest DMs I've ever got was from a woman in Detroit. And I was doing a concert out there, And she said, I came into this bar, and she said that my presence was so strong that she showed the energy of all the men in their shift, that they had to have their shit together. And she said, I stood next to her with a group of people. She said the hair on her arms stood up because she was so nervous. And she just complimented me on that. And I see what's happening with social media around the world, from Ghana to Australia to London. I just got a call today from the UK, what the effect that I am having on the world of the kind of man that I am, because they are truly embracing how I think. They are truly embracing how I move. And obviously, I'm not doing something wrong for the masses to truly respect it. Now, when it comes to relationships and liabilities and let's say liabilities and assets, women have gotten upset because, again, people listen to reply, they don't listen to comprehend. What I take from a female getting upset, there's some women who just listen to reply, but then there's some women who are a liability. And when you're a liability, you feel like you have to go on social media to say that you're not.
How are they a liability?
It depends on who you are. So I did this on Facebook, and I talked about when I was young, how I used to fly women places. And one day I said this to a young lady, very successful. I said, yeah, I'm going to fly. She said, fly me for what? She said, I got my own money. She said, I'll fly myself. And I always was impressed with that. And from that moment on, I've always met women who pay for their own tickets. Now, me being the kind of man I am, I believe in you handle local shit, I handle state and federal. And what I mean by that, if you pay for your ticket, cool. I got everything else, hotel, I got the rent-a-car, I got the food, and if we go shopping, I'm gonna get you a few things. Now, I'm not gonna take you on a shopping spree. You know, but you'll get a few items to show that I care, you know? I'm not buying no red bottom shoes. I'm not buying no Burke bags or nothing like that. And let me explain to you why. I'm 63. If I meet you and you need that, you're not the woman for me. Because
you have to materialistic.
No, that's not what, you don't have to be materialistic. These are things you should have before you met me. Because what have you been doing with your life that you're on this planet so long, you have not achieved certain things. I think once you get past a certain age, there's just certain things you should have achieved on your own as you become a woman. If these things that you want, not saying everybody's financially can get there, but they should have, I call it accomplishments. What have you accomplished in your life before I meet you? Now, if I feel I got to take you from ground zero to get up to the penthouse with me, do I really want to take that challenge when I know in another state, somewhere else around the world, that person got their shit together? And that's why I'm saying when I talk and I say things, most people haven't walked in my path. Most people haven't been where I've been or have interpreted what I've seen. Because what comes out of my mouth is based on the interpretation I've seen the world. So the world's like a matrix to me. I see things that other people don't see. I translate it differently than other people. And when I express it to the world, some people get it, some people don't. But whenever it comes to women, and if you're a liability and asset, or using the word bitch too, by the way. And people get upset.
You from Jersey, I'm from New York. That's regular.
Well, here's the thing about the word bitch. When people hear it on an interview, I'm offended he used the word bitch. And I'm glad we're bringing this up. And I want to look into the camera. Where the camera at? Ladies, listen to me. When a man is saying the word bitch in conversation, he is just talking in generalization. Now, if I say, Gloria, bitch, now it's personalized. Now you should be upset. But when you talking just reckless out here, ladies, I'm just letting you know, we're not disrespecting you. What we're saying is we're just talking, and it's the way of the world now. Just like nigga we turn nigga into a positive thing, even though it's fucked up. But yo, my nigga, hey, my nigga, like it's swag to it now. And just like things have changed over the years, we have changed the word nigga. And I want women to understand, unless a man says your name and it is directed towards you, please do not take it personally.
Yeah, it's the tone. I think it's the way how you deliver it. You feel that shit.
Yeah, but unless I say it to you directly. If I'm just saying, and your name is not involved.
You could, because I say I'm very sarcastic as well. So I'll be like, man, such a bitch. Like, you're going to feel that instead of like, you bitch.
Right.
You know?
But again, it has to be personalized.
Right.
If it's not personalized, if your name is not attached to it, unless we're in an argument, you know I'm really talking about you. Now, we're in an argument, I'll say, you bitch, now you know I'm talking about you.
Right, exactly.
But if I'm talking to somebody on the camera and to millions of people watching the world.
Right. It's not about you.
I don't know you.
Right,
I have no idea who you are.
Exactly.
But you took time to comment on something to make it about you. And that's the mistake I want women to stop doing. Stop making it about you.
And about these Birkin bags and red bottoms, that doesn't mean that you achieved something or you're successful. That doesn't define you. I think for me, success is my children are happy and healthy, that I can eat wherever I want to go. I can, travel wherever I want. I think that is successful. I think that is that I'm in good health. Like, I just feel like people think that they have to live this certain lifestyle to say that I have achieved, I have accomplished. No. A bus driver can be very accomplished, a doctor, a lawyer, a garbage man, and they're very successful in their field. So I want people to know that it's okay to marry a truck driver. My dad did many things, but one thing he did was a truck driver.
Right.
And I was very proud of him.
Yeah, it's about character.
It is.
It's about character. I totally agree. But if you can get a Birkin's bag,
I would
and if you
sell
can get
that
a red
shit.
bottom,
I would sell that shit because that doesn't define me. Like, people want to rob you. Like, I'm good with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When I think of,
what is it, 30,000, 20,000?
When
Invest in a business.
When I think of Birkin bag, when I think of red bottoms, there's nothing wrong with it. It all depends on where you wear it to.
Oh, okay.
See, it's based on your environment.
I agree with that.
Right? It's based on your environment.
But all women have this mentality, especially Miami. The girls are just walking the streets. I got a Birkin. I got the red bottoms.
If you just walk in the street, no, it's not worth it. You got to go to certain places so nobody is really even care about it because they got one too.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because they got one too. And that's the thing. If you can get the bag, I'm not saying don't get it. I'm just saying that's not something I'm going to do if you haven't achieved that. Right. I'm not going to try to impress you that way. That's me.
Right.
But if another guy wants to get that for you, you cool. You're the good. Want to spend $1,000 on shit. What I'm saying is what's good for you on that level, enjoy your life.
Right.
I'm just saying what you're saying. It doesn't mold you. But if you can get the things, certain things make me feel good. I like wearing Jordans, right? I like smelling a certain way, like a certain kind of cologne, right?
Right.
I like underwear. I'm really a fan of underwear. I like polo. I love Calvin Klein.
So briefs, boxers.
I gotta wear them I gotta have on new underwear every day. I can't wash the stuff. I throw stuff away.
Oh my God, I was just talking about that with Cisco. He doesn't wear the same underwear ever twice.
Yes,
and socks.
Yes, and no disrespect, I'm gonna get you. This is my interview. I want to talk about Cisco.
I'm just saying.
No, and I know Cisco very well. That's my man. But no, Cisco, sorry. This is about me again. And so I gotta have that, and that's just me.
Right.
And I just love life, Gloria.
Yeah, I know
Listen
you do.
to me, baby. Let me tell
I
you
love
something.
listening to you.
Gloria, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
I'm doing my thing.
No, I love it. That's why I love talking to you. I love your state of mind, and I like that it's different from mine, and it opens my mind. Some things you make me think like, damn, okay, I do agree. And I like that different perspectives because it opens me up.
Yes.
Because I'm not always right. And you teach me things as well.
Right.
And make me open my eyes, but like, okay, maybe I'm looking at the wrong dude or the wrong perspective of marriage.
I was trying to holler at you. And I was like, and like, you're my baby. So I was like, I wanted to open up your mind, open up a few things, because I think you're amazing.
What courting? What is to you courting? When you're courting somebody, what is your definition?
Courting to me is old school. Like, I believe conversation, because that's sapiosexual. Right. And like you said, when you first start talking, how you think a certain way. But after a young lady is talking to me for a while, it changes her perspective. Give me an example. This beautiful girl, I met her, she was 20 years old. She's 42 now.
Okay.
And to this day, she talks about how I changed her life. She talks about how the books I gave her to read, the game that I taught her. She tells other women these same stories. She talks about how you should read the newspaper. And she would say to me, that they would frown and all that kind of stuff. And she said, TK, you just gave me so much game. She's very successful. She's doing a thing. And I mean, I got so many stories. One of my greatest stories, too, and probably all of them great. I was in New York, and I saw this beautiful girl walking down the street. And this is when you can stop and talk to somebody or talk to you.
Right.
I pulled over, I was talking to her, we was rapping. And I got convinced to get in my car. And I dropped off, like about maybe a 15-minute ride. Never saw her again. I get to Atlanta, and my cousins, everybody in my family is very successful. So we pull up to the Shock Bar. That's when the Shock Bar was popping back in the day. And we pull up in the Shock Bar, get out the whips and stuff, and we come in as the hostess. And she's bringing my family in, and my cousin says, hey, I forgot her name. She said, I want you to meet my cousin, TK Kirkland. She turned around and said, T to the motherfucking K? She said, he changed my life in 15 minutes.
Insane.
That's exactly what she said. And I got receipts. And what I mean by receipts, I got stories all day about in my journey, women who I've met, who I changed their mindset or the way they think or made them successful. And when I successful, doesn't always have to be money. Right. Just made them successful internally, soulfully, and spiritually. So that's the gift.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I see that in you. Because things
Because when we were talking, you were like,
I was about to
TK,
say,
my God, TK. So we talk personally, ladies and gentlemen. And she'll tell you,
some things
I have that effect.
Like, I mean, some things I'm like, yeah, you know?
Exactly, yep.
That'll be our conversation. Okay, Casanova's girlfriend says that she will hold him down for 15 years of his sentencing. Do you think she'll wait for him?
I think I'll give her 8 months. I'll give her 8 months. Because she's an attractive girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen her. She's attractive. Somebody going to get at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to fold.
Yeah, somebody going to snatch her up.
She's going to fold.
Yeah, she's going to fold.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, she's going to fold.
I had someone go to jail. That's hard. I was young, though.
Yeah.
I was 24, but that is hard.
It's hard.
You let him go like it's a death when someone goes to jail.
But
I feel because I broke down. Like I felt like he died.
Here's a G. Here's a real G.
Tell me.
When you get locked up and you get that much time, you got to tell the girl to go on with her life.
Right.
You should not hold no one hostage to wait for you if you're going to do that much time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
just think it's unfair to do that. We both going to be locked up together.
Right.
Now, I've seen people who had money, whatever country or state they moved in, they put the girl a house. That her whole thing was just to visit, and he took good care of her. I've seen this. I actually seen it. I know a couple people who do that, but they money long though.
Right.
So your money long, you move a certain way.
They hit that money good.
Like one of my friends, his wife came to one of my shows. He ain't been home in years, but he married, and she balling.
But he probably prepared her for what's to come, you know,
Well, here's the thing. This is old school now. So he probably got her businesses. He probably did a certain way.
Smart.
There are some women who will be loyal to you if they're being taken care of.
Right.
You know, and if you can get visits in jail and have sex, you win.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Were you able to have sex in jail?
I didn't do that long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was locked up maybe for just a few weeks and bailed out.
Oh, okay. You didn't do no real time.
Yeah, I ain't do no real time. Yeah, I don't want to do no real time. I'm not even.
Right.
I didn't wish that on me.
No, never.
I had money to get out.
Right.
The only reason why I was up there for a minute is because we probably had to go to trial. I had to wait for a bail hearing, but my bails used to always be so high that I used to always have a bond hearing. So I have to wait a minute for a bond hearing. And when you go to bond hearing, you have a great attorney. They go and they talk on your behalf. Instead of paying the amount that they offered already, you get the bond lowered. And then bam.
Smart man.
Oh, yeah, I'm very smart.
Smart man. Okay, so let's go to Tony Ayo.
My man.
Said, females get their body done and their whole life changed.
It changes their mindset. Yeah, because men are visual.
Right.
So yeah, we'll chase you in a minute because you got a fat ass, you look cute. But then character. And character is key. And you could be fine for a minute, maybe 2 minutes, maybe even 3.
Not very long, right?
Yeah,
Once you conversate, totally turns you off.
You can't change a person's spirit or their soul, right?
Right.
When it changes. So it's instant success for some women who got the body, but what comes out of your mouth after that. If a person's really paying attention, especially what I'm doing to society. I got people listening to me. And I had a gentleman the other day, yesterday, matter of fact, I was talking about women saying top of the morning and things that men say I found wasn't feminine. And he's a young kid, and a lot of women was, because he posted on his IG, and he said a lot of women was upset. And then he sent me a text of a woman talking exactly what I told him to stay away from. And he understood what I meant. He said, yo, what the fuck? He said, this girl is drop dead gorgeous. And I couldn't understand it. So, matter of fact, we're going to talk about it on my podcast this week from next Monday. This situation about women taking on men's behavior by using women who saying, what up, bro? Yeah. And I tell women all the time, don't no man want to lay in bed with a woman thinking he with a nigga. And
some men like that though.
No,
I've seen it.
No, they don't.
I think so.
They might put up with. Give me an example. You got your back turned to me. We in bed.
Okay.
And my back is to you. And I said, good night, baby.
Well, how about we're role playing?
Please let me finish.
Okay.
No, you can't change the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah. You got your back to me. I got your back. And we go, good night, baby. You said good night. I said, good night, baby. You said, good night, bro.
Right.
That is not.
That's
sorry.
definitely not the time and place to call you bro.
No, baby, that's what I'm trying to say. It ain't no real man role playing.
Right. You don't role play?
Role play in a nice way, but not role play that you gonna sound like a nigga.
Right. I mean, it all depends. People like different things.
Listen to me. If you sound like a dude, shit. I'm choking your ass. Or right. No. Matter of fact, I'm not even choking you. I'm gonna get a new woman. See, I believe a person should come the way you want them to be. I don't want to meet. If I'm going to change it to make you more money, to tell you about grants and things that are out there that you may not know. But if you're not feminine, if you're not soft,
right?
If I don't feel like when I'm with you, you're a lady, I won't be with you, and I'll get somebody else immediately. I'll fade the black in a minute on your ass in a heartbeat. I'll drop back so far that you'll think I passed away. That's how deep it gets.
Well, that's good. If you're not attracted to her in that sense, it's good just to leave instead of wasting her time and your time.
But most people don't do that.
True.
Most people go through the bullshit. And that's why I'm saying, and people, they think I'm cold, or they think, oh, he was scarred, or who hurt me? Nobody hurt me. I just see the world different. I want people to accept that. Like, he is not like the rest of us.
Right. You're not lying. You're just cutting it the real. That's
0.01%.
Right.
That thinks this way, and I want people to respect me for how I think. I don't think like everybody else. That's all.
Now, I think a lot of men do think the way you think, but they're afraid to actually speak on it.
Yeah, they scared them. That's like when they bring their women to my show, or they cheer for me on the back. Like, nigga, TK. But I mean, I got so many friends who are married. I got so many friends. These things is based on things I have seen.
Right.
And when I tell people I'm 63, let me explain to you what that means. I am older than hip hop. Yeah. I am older than the internet. I am older than mobile cell phones. I have seen all this change.
Right.
There's nothing you can tell me. I've seen it. It's not a maybe. I'm a walking Google. See, when I was coming up, it was encyclopedia.
So funny, yeah. Yes, I mean, me too.
Right.
Yeah.
See, so people would take me more serious if I had a gray beard, if I was frail and on a cane, if I came in here and sat down. And
you think so?
It would be a whole different story. But people are tripping. Like, I look like I'm 40-something years old.
Agreed. You got nice legs, by the way.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, like I look young.
Yeah, you do.
So it's hard for people to comprehend. And here's the thing about the world, ladies and gentlemen. See, the mortality rate in America, in the world, we're number 52. Most people are dead at my age in America.
That's true.
But in the rest of the world, people live to be in their hundreds and they look like me. I've done my research. Mm-hmm. So you can look like this. And it's respected. The reason why people trip on the way I look, because I look young, because it's not normal.
Right.
Because we die a certain age, we look a certain age, we are old and move, and that's not the norm.
And why do you think that?
Because of the government, the society, the stress,
food
that we eat, the
laziness,
the situations that you put yourself in.
You're in shape. I mean, your legs are muscular, so you work out. And people have an excuse after a certain age, even my age, 44. They're like, oh, I can't even do squats.
Again, if you get married or you get in a serious relationship, watch what I'm about to tell you.
That's not it.
Watch what I'm about to tell you. Watch.
Okay.
When you get married, somebody loses.
Ugh, that's such a bad thing.
This is what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
If I'm working out all the time.
Why can't we both win, though?
If I'm working out all the time.
I will work out with you. Let's go, baby.
No, listen to me. Now you have a baby. Now we have other responsibilities. Okay. Now your life is dedicated to doing these other things.
Right.
You need me to do stuff.
Okay.
There's not enough time in the day to get things accomplished.
Okay.
So now we start losing. Now watch the scenario.
I got something for you, though.
Yeah, but watch the scenario.
Okay.
But if you lived in one place and I lived in the other, and we didn't live in the same home, guess what? We would get so much accomplished.
Really?
Because now I have a schedule when I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you on this particular day.
That, though.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm okay with that.
I'm going to see you on this particular day. I'm going to see you this particular day. I'm going to see you this particular day. Now, in between those days, I'm accomplishing everything I need to accomplish. I know on this particular day I'm going to see you. So guess what I'm going to do the day before I see you? I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to make sure that I'm looking good because we go on a date. And then sex or walking in the park, going certain places. Then I go home and you go back to handle your things as an adult.
Right.
And then guess what? And those days will go past. How about we're accomplishing things? You have your dreams and you're accomplishing your goals.
I mean, you can come together and do things together.
Let me finish. Right? I'm telling you my story.
Okay.
So you have everybody's accomplishing their things. Then on the next day, we get together again. Now, let's just say we do want to put something together. We want to open up a business together. I still will move that way.
Right.
I still will work with you under one roof. But I will go back to my home.
Right.
Or you come visit me for 2 or 3 days, the max. Then you're going about your business.
Right,
because I don't never want to get tired of you.
Right. I'm a Sag. We're both fire signs. I like that. I like that whole layout.
Yeah.
Because I like my peace. I like my space. I respect it.
And you're gonna get two things, right? And you're gonna get two things in life. Watch this. What's that? If you're more successful than the man that you're dating, he's gonna say to you, "Why you gotta spend so much time? You're so busy. Oh my God, I want to see you." But then you get someone busier than you, and they tell you that. You like, wow, what the fuck? See, relationships are like a Rubik's Cube. You gotta hope that all the colors fit in, or you have to meet someone that knows how to communicate. Like I know for a fact, me and you could start dating. I know this because you like conversation.
I do.
And I know when I have sapiosexual your mind. Because you even relate like TK.
Yeah, we do.
TK.
Right.
Actually, when we talk, and we're gonna let the world know. I don't care.
Yeah, we do. We have great conversations.
Right, you're like TK, baby, my God.
But sometimes if we ever would, I will give you some heart.
but you wouldn't do it that way because.
No, we'll do both. It would be fun. Though, I promise you.
Watch the game. Watch the game. I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
You would never be upset with me because in the little time that we have talked on the phone, you have connected with me.
We have, yes.
Now imagine months and years how I would have your mindset think different towards me. You were like, baby, thank you for leading me. Thank you, I want to thank you for making me see things I've never seen before. Thank you for allowing me to see that there's another way to move in this game called life. Your pussy will be a lot wetter. You will climax a lot harder. And not just that, your mind will be so intense that you wish that you would have met a motherfucker like me years ago. And just like now, how I know that mentally I probably turned you on. And we want to make sure we air that. And that's
very intriguing.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
You already know I do. Yeah,
right, exactly. And that's what we want people to understand about conversation. It
is key.
It's key. So key. And it's sapiosexual, people. And I want, look, can we zoom in on her eyes? I want y'all to see what I see. She is turned on. And I love that. And there's no disrespect if she got a boyfriend or whatever.
No, I don't. I'm single. And this is key. Like,
I want people to know what I've done. And I want them to see what I have shared with you. Because the women need to know, like, yo, this motherfucker turned me the fuck on. Just from conversation.
For sure.
And that's key.
I agree.
And watch this be one of the greatest episodes. This motherfucker gonna get views. Watch.
Okay, so let's get into this. This I really want to know. Rapper Sexyy Red raps about her coochie pink, her booty hole brown, and it's selling. What are your thoughts on today's female rap scene?
I think in the rap game, and I started out with NWA, Public Enemy, way back in the day, and to see where the world is going. I'm not going to say that I'm against what she's doing. I think we live in a world that people accept it and people like it, right?
Right.
So freedom of speech, do what you got to do in this generation. From my perspective as a man and how I move, I think it's horrible.
Agreed.
Is it truly worth it? But what is truly worth it, right? We when I started with NWA, it was a phenomenal thing, right? Because it changed the game. Because what rappers don't say is how NWA created gangster rap. Right. Nobody's trying to, no disrespect when I say this, nobody's trying to be Run DMC. Nobody's trying to be LL Cool J. Everybody's really trying to be like NWA, gangsters, shooting, drugs, kidnapping, etc. And I'm here to say, even though I loved NWA, I didn't really think it was influencing people to do bad. I didn't know the effect that it was having on society.
Right.
It had a terrible effect on society. And I just treat people as mentally strong like me. Like, just enjoy the music. The shit they saying is
it was powerful,
actually. It was powerful. Like, hey, have a good time. But people really going out and doing bad things.
Right.
And I think we all have a responsibility to what we put out into the universe. Like in my stand-up, if you watch my show, I say bitch, whatever, right? But if you watch my whole show, there's a message because I'm getting a point across. It's just like the media. The media to me is just as bad as a person pulling the trigger of a gun.
Agreed.
Because if a person is way in Seattle, didn't know what happened in Miami, but now I made national news. Now, somehow this person is watching this program. You have influenced them on this episode of the news to give him the same feeling that he can do. He was thinking about it, but that made him cross the line and he went and did what he did. So we all, newspapers, the news should be accountable for things, what they put out. Female rappers should be held responsible for what they put out in the universe.
There's no balance in our music.
There's no balance. Yeah. But here's the answer to everything. Ladies, young men, young women, be responsible about how you move. Just because people are saying one thing doesn't mean you have to go that way. Right. Be responsible. Enjoy the music. But that's it. Enjoy it. Don't let it influence you to go to prison. Don't let it influence you to rape. Don't let it influence you to do crazy things out there. Because some of the music is bad. And see, when you're happy, you listen to the music of any song. Right. It's when you're depressed, you start listening to the words.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, R&B. I just think that music nowadays, you don't feel it anymore. We had the R&B, we had the pop, we had, the hip hop, street or pop like LL. I think LL had his own, people was loving women more or, being more.
But I'm just saying, when you're mad, when you're happy, just listen to the music.
Yeah.
But when you're depressed, I swear to God, it's just you start paying attention to the words. It's deep.
Right. Yeah.
I read a book on it, so it was really interesting.
No, I agree. I agree because certain things happen in my life. I can remember the album that was that year, or the certain songs, or some certain smells. But you're right. When you're
depressed, that's why I tell DJs to don't play 3 minutes of a song. See, back in the day, they played music till the breakdown came.
Right.
And the song really gave you a vision of where you were at that moment with someone that you cared about.
It did.
Or you was with some person, or you was doing something. And you take people's memories away when you play a song too fast. Music is based on that feeling a certain way, and it's 2:23, but you remember something that happened in 1998 when they play that one song. And when you play it quick, you took away my memory, my experience at that moment.
No, I agree. I don't think music today, we get that feeling.
No, not
Definitely.
at all. But that's us. We don't know what the kids are going to say 20, 30 years from now. That's us.
No, even the beats, the sound, I mean, the R&B, the love, we just had a little bit of balance, even street, gangster rap, like you said.
Yes.
I think we needed that because some people were in denial of what was happening in certain places or covered up, you know? So that is our language, you know? And nowadays it's all over the place. It doesn't make sense. We have these female rappers are just talking just about sex. And there's nothing else to them. And
that's why you got to get another artist. You got to have more than one artist.
Right.
Meaning if that person's talking about it, enjoy it. But then if you need something else, you got to go listen. Like I like classical music. I like Yanni.
Okay.
I listen to classical music. And people find that weird. But I remember on tour with Jay-Z, I had Terry Crews in the car with me, a couple rappers in the car, and I'm in my Range Rover, I got the system blasting. And Yanni was playing. And we drove from Beverly Hills to Anaheim. No one said
nothing.
One word. And when we got there, everybody said, "What the fuck was that?" It had blew them away. The music was so beautiful. In a
good sense?
In a good sense.
Okay,
it had blew them away.
Okay.
They were shocked that I listened to classical music.
Right.
And two, they was like, "Whoa, what was that?" And shout out to Terry Crews too, by the way.
Yeah, certain frequencies bring you certain. I just learned that as well. I do that to my son. He has autism, and certain frequencies calm his spirit, calm his soul. A lot of people got to understand that when you listen to certain music that is demon infested or that is chanting, you have to understand that whatever you listen to, it's very impactful. So be careful what you're listening to.
Right, that's so true.
So that music, classical instruments, it's amazing.
I totally agree.
Feeling. So in your opinion, who would be the best female rapper out now? I know that's hard.
If I say influence-wise, it definitely has to be Cardi B.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Cardi B, I remember when I first saw her on the Breakfast Club, she was in an interview right before me. She was just getting her start. And I said, "Who's this girl with these big titties?" In the interview early in the morning, because it was 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and she was just like that. I thought that was weird.
Right.
But she caught my attention.
Right.
And then to see what she's done with her life.
Incredible. Transformation.
Incredible. And I shout out Cardi B. I'm proud of you.
Me too.
You have done a fabulous thing becoming a woman. And she's gonna change a lot more with the way she talks.
I agree.
And the way she moves. Like, she's just still a young girl.
Yeah.
And here's my example. Remember Paris Hilton when she had a little childish moment?
Yes.
She was drinking all the time, getting in trouble. She's a woman, I don't hear nothing about her.
Totally different.
And that's what I mean.
Her stance, everything changed. Yeah.
And what was the girl's name who changed to that was married to the young man from the Kardashians? I want to show Black China love.
Okay.
Black China changed her life in front of everybody. She took the boobs out. She did everything, and I don't know if it was fake or like a move she's playing.
Right.
She's not in the news no more. And I like growth in people.
Me too.
And I want people to know you can start your life a certain way, but if you really want something bad enough, you really start understanding life, you can become a great person. And two of my examples, and I know we got to go, is Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a pimp and a player and became Malcolm X.
Yes, he
And what's the poet's name? The young lady who's a poet, who's known for her poems. Maya Angelou. He on point. My brain is tired. Maya Angelou, if she would have died at 22, she would have been considered a prostitute.
Yeah, I read that.
And Maya Angelou, I was just in my hometown of Jersey City, New Jersey, and Maya Angelou has a school in my old neighborhood. And I thought that was impressive. So I got to Google and find out where's Maya Angelou. So I thought she was from Jersey City because I was really impressed because that's where I'm from, Jersey City, New Jersey. So you can become great.
Yeah, at any age, it doesn't matter.
At any age.
When you're ready to change.
You got to run your race.
That's right.
You see, some people can become CEO of a business and be dead at 50.
Right.
And then some people become CEO at 50 and live to be 90.
That's right.
So if you run your race, you got to run at your pace. But I guarantee you can achieve the things that you want if you run your pace and discipline and also have a little selfishness, because you got to be a little selfish.
I had to learn that because I'm a giver.
Yeah, you have to be a little selfish. And I was giving
too much of myself to people.
Yeah, if you give too much, you can still make it, but it'll take a lot longer. It's draining. It's overwhelming.
Ooh, yeah.
You have to be selfish. You got to be selfish with your love, your respect.
That's right.
Everything about you, if that's what you want.
Because I know you know these people. What are your thoughts on the Las Vegas police serving a search warrant to a home connected to the Tupac's murder? Do you think they finally closed Tupac's murder case 27 years later? I'm
going to tell you a story now.
Okay.
I know Keefe.
Okay.
I know Eric Von Zip. All these guys are my friends.
Right.
And what I have learned from all this in the last 10, 11 years being on a podcast is shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
So I am not going to answer that because I got a feeling it's going to loop back to me somehow.
Right.
And I am not.
Wait, can I say smart man?
Yeah, let me tell you something. No. They
smart
not
man.
playing out here.
Smart man.
They are not playing. And I am now convinced everything that comes out your mouth, they are watching.
Amen.
And if you say something that can implicate you to something, your ass going down.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say to my homies, and I'm going to just say to Keefe D, got known for a long time. I wish him well. And
he should have kept his mouth shut.
to everybody that listen to this interview, may your pain be champagne. That's how I'm going to leave it like this. So I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
I won't touch it.
So I read somewhere that when Pac got shot, you was in Vegas that night.
Yeah, it was so crazy. I was with Pac and Biggie the same days they died.
No way.
And when Biggie was in LA, they went to the tattoo spot. Me, Lenote Blacknor, Puppy's assistant, we all ate at Gladstone's in Malibu. And we all got back together. We stayed on Sunset Boulevard. I was at the hotel. And I really wanted Puff and everybody and Biggie to come. I had a comedy show that night at the Comedy Act Theater. So we all went to the party first. And the party was jumping. You know, Biggie was at the table. Puffy and them was all drinking. But I'm walking around because I'm from LA. I know everybody.
Right,
I'm not really from LA, but I grew up in LA.
Right. No,
so I'm in LA. I know everybody's packed. But then I know everybody. But I see the gang members coming. But they dressed up in suits. I said, it's going to be some trouble in here because I was leaving. So even Puff and them was saying, TK, don't you got a show? And I said, yeah. So I knew these girls already. They went in the car with me because they was fans. We went and drove and went to do a quick show at the Comedy Act Theater and got back in the car and came back. When I came back up, the police, I said, they started a fight.
Right.
But my people said, Biggie got shot. I was like, nah. So I went to go hang out with Outkast because they was having an album release party right there on Sunset Boulevard. So I'm hanging with them and we kicking it. And I walked into the other room and I was looking at on the street of Sunset. And I said, let me go by the hospital to see if Biggie really passed. And when I went there, Lelote said Biggie had passed away. Fast forward a year later, 2 years later, I'm with Tupac. And we all shopping during the day.
Right.
And I work out a lot. And sometimes you do dumb things.
Right.
And I bought some fat burners, like these pills.
I used to be into that too. So bad for you.
But I didn't know what, I'm going to tell you something happened to me. So we went to the fight and I drank with the fat burner in me. Not knowing I'm a child now, so I'm not knowing what's going to do to me.
I've done that too. So
after we get done, we all supposed to be going to the party. But I'm not feeling good. There's something happening to me, and I'm not understanding what's going on.
Right.
So I went to the party, but I couldn't enjoy myself. I'm sitting down while everybody's having a good time. I think Joe performed. Not Joe. Forgot this guy's name. It was somebody performing at Suge's party, 666.
Okay.
And that's where we was all at. And we was on our way there. So I had left. Tupac had already got shot already. So I'm there. We had already left each other. But what the F is going on with me? But I'm sick, babe. I'm really sick. I leave. And I go to my hotel. I'm in the hotel for a week.
Oh my God.
I'm that sick. I'm watching the news. I see that Tupac had got shot. But I'm going in and out of being sick. You know, when you're sick, you go to sleep, you wake up.
Yeah.
So I'm going through all that. And then the day that I was feeling better, because I had a comedy show in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Comedy Zone at that time. And Tupac had died. And I was on my way out of town. And I was like, wow. Because I thought he was going to pull through because he didn't die right away. So we thought he was going to pull through. And I was like, man, that's crazy.
How were you feeling?
Yeah. I'm immune to death in a sense because my mother and brothers all died when I was young. Like I have no family. Everybody passed in my family years. Nobody in my family lived past 40.
Oh my God.
So, and I'm 60 something. So it's a blessing to be this age.
Amen.
But yeah, God bless Tupac. God bless Keefe, and like they're gonna find out if you know.
Right.
If
exactly.
the feds and the state came to get Keefe, is some big heads are about to roll.
Right.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
And
a lot of people are gonna be exposed.
I know there's a lot of people nervous right now. Some major stars who are upset. But Keefe's a G. Keefe may not tell on nobody.
Okay.
He may not tell anybody.
And if he does, is he still a G?
Well, here's the thing. If you watch documentaries, there's no honor amongst thieves. Only in conversation, people claim, oh, he snitched. But the government paid out $1.7 billion last year to informants.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people snitching.
Yeah.
See, it's just a myth.
I feel like if we're together and something goes down, I would never talk on your behalf. Like I would never.
Here's the thing. I believe we all have a number. And here's my advice to anybody that ever get in trouble. And I'm just being honest.
Right.
You get locked up and you got a co-defendant. That's why I would say, one, do crime by yourself. But if you ever have a co-defendant and the cops come in your room first, take the deal. Because if you say, no, I'm not saying anything, and they go into that next room and you got all your faith and trust in your homie, and the next thing you know, he walking and you doing time in jail. And one of my great examples, and I know we got to go, I had a friend named Gregory Lockett ran track with me. And Gregory Lockett became one of the most fastest runners in the state of New Jersey. And he had scholarship to Auburn. But culture shock when he went down there, he didn't like it. He came back, he hang out with some brothers in Newark, New Jersey. And they do a drive-by shooting. And the DA offered them a deal. The other 3 guys took the deal and did 10 years. My guy, Gregory Lockett, took it to trial and died in prison.
Jeez.
30-something years later. So I tell people...
The system is not for us either, even if they don't have us,
right, even,
our best interest at all, even if you're not guilty. But I feel like I had a boyfriend that allegedly, sold drugs, and they told him, tell us that she knew about it and we'll cut half your time. But he was man enough and said, no, she doesn't know nothing.
Right.
And he took his 10.
Yeah, and the thing, here's the thing.
Would you have done that? Would you be like...
No, I wouldn't. But I've done things all by myself. Okay. I always move by myself. What I want people, men, women, to understand, listen, do the right thing in life.
Right.
See, in your 20s, you think it's about cars, jewelry, and what people think about you.
Right.
When you're in your 60s, you realize nobody cared. Nobody cares. Listen to me.
Right, I got you.
Nobody cares.
I got you.
Nobody
I've learned that earlier than 60.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nah, I believe
we think they do.
I know,
nobody
cares. You're right. Life has taught me that too, because when my son got sick, and I took care of so many people, and then when I needed them, they weren't there.
Yeah, but let me give you some wisdom.
Yeah.
My mother taught me this long time ago. She said, did you do it from your heart or did you respect something in return?
Oh, no, from my heart.
So and I'm going to show how you're going to be blessed. Your blessings don't come back from the people that you helped.
Amen.
Your blessings come back from other things.
That's right.
Just to let you know.
And it did.
Yeah.
And it does.
And it's still getting. It's gonna get better.
Amen. Yeah.
It's gonna get better. So don't be upset with them. You come from a different cloth.
Right.
You was born to do what you did for them.
Right. Right.
Your blessings is gonna come. I promise you.
Yeah. But it still hurts. Not to say that it doesn't hurt.
Because you don't understand wisdom yet.
Well, no, because you love them and you sacrifice.
Let me repeat what I said. You don't understand wisdom yet.
Okay.
When you're 80 years old and you have gone through your life lessons and you have seen the weather change, you have seen summers, you have seen winters, you have seen the leaves, you have seen death.
Right.
You have loved ones have died in your life. And when you get to be 80-something, you see the world the way you're really supposed to see it. And you'll understand what I just said. I'm just gonna leave it like that. If I'm here when you 80-something, reach out to me. But I'm gone. I'm gonna choose like, yo, TK, you was right. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You're always right?
I am always right.
I got one more question. Okay, Gunna has his first top 10 solo song, Little Devil, said snitching has no effect on artists' career. It's just promotion. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, this is what I was just saying.
Yeah.
Snitching is on amongst thieves. Go on with your life. Nobody cares.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you how bad nobody cares. Donald Trump is gonna be president of the United States of America again.
But we don't even got a choice. Like our pickings are fucking.
It is crazy, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the pickings are. He still is going to win.
Right.
A president who is got criminal cases.
But they all have like.
No, I'm talking about exposed. He got criminal cases. He's running.
They're all exposed, but the government attacked him.
He's running for the president of the United. In my day, that would have sent the person into retirement.
Right.
They would have vanished.
True. Right.
They would not be in
hiding,
the race.
Right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Exactly.
The more cases you give Trump, the more he running for president. He determined.
He is.
To win.
No, he is. Okay, last question. Has snitching become more acceptable? And you already answered that. So it has, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
it's
pride.
Not that it's become more accessible.
It's
always been there.
It's been hidden. You absolutely
right. Hidden. Babe, it's always
You're absolutely
been there.
Right. Because a certain rapper that people don't like, Mexican rapper has actually opened a can of worms with certain other rappers have snitched it, and exposed them, and people didn't care, didn't even say nothing, like it was nothing.
It's nothing bad.
Yeah.
It's just that I could tell you the great thing social media has done. Social media has educated, also destroyed the world too, right? But if you follow the right people, if you learn who to watch and who not to watch, it has been the most greatest educational tool on this planet.
Yes.
On this planet. I found out the other day there's a country called Sunland in the middle of the ocean, and it's smaller than a ship. And you have to have a passport. You have to get documents to go visit a place probably is the size of this room. And it's a country.
Yeah.
And to the people, Google it, you'll see it. Amazing story.
That's awesome.
Amazing story. Like, this is unreal.
Yeah, there's a lot of private islands.
Yeah. But we're not gonna go down that can of worms. But
I've been invited to maybe next time we'll talk about that.
Right.
That's,
yeah, I think you told me that on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we did talk about it.
We did.
We talk all the time. Yeah, this little girl.
We did. I just want to thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. I gave you my word.
Yes.
I gave my man Moth his word. Vlad found out the day I was doing it.
No way.
Yeah, and I said, I'm doing this for you, dog. I love you. He said, thank you. So it was a pleasure. And what I love about the interview was totally different. And I want to thank you for that. It meant a lot to me to answer different questions, and that's what's important to me. Staff is nice, area is nice. I love it. So I want to say thank you because I do a lot of interviews. This right here is really one of the best because of the questions, the beauty, et cetera. So we good. We good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I wish you the best too, hon.
Same here. Well, you ain't going nowhere. Thank you for watching Gloria Velez Podcast.